all of them, obviously. No study is gonna have 100%, yo. But like, overwhelming number of women said that they would prefer a guy with more scars, and it tended more that like when they were ovulating too, they focused less on a guy who was like his social standing didn't matter that much, yo. Because like when a girl is like not just a girl and a guy,
but
we want to pass on our genes, and we want to make sure that those genes are good, yo.
Aren't they jumping kind of to a conclusion when they say that that means that they want someone tough and a provider? Maybe.
No, not just they want someone tough. They want their kids to have the genes of someone who's stronger. They don't want their kid to have the genes of somebody who's like freaking weak, yo. And the same way with guys, yo. If you ask most dudes, you're on their short list, things may change, hair color may change, all of that may change, but almost, I hate to throw a percentage, but I'd say over 80% of guys, if you ask them what they want, you would see that what they have in common, most dudes would say they want a girl who has like wide hips, they'll say they want a girl who has like big boobs, and they'll say they want a girl who has like a skin that's like, you know, no acne and all of that. And that's no coincidence, man.
Actually, like
when you're looking for a mate and you want to like have big genes,
like you look at Victoria's Secret models or
no, that goes
they have
through
no
everyone.
hips. They don't look childbearing. They are not of childbearing weight.
But most guys,
because socially we've been conditioned now to think that like.
But even in America, most dudes would still prefer a girl with wider hips and flawless skin.
But also too, like you're saying, like you cannot take away the social conditioning away. Like there's no way to tell that just means that they're biologically inclined to that.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I said that like the two, they interact together.
Exactly.
I just think that most of the social roles and the social conditioning, most of the time it relies on biology. Yeah? That's why you see even most of the rules we've had have been dependent on biology. Even look at most of the laws that were there, that like women can drive, women can't vote, women can't do this, women can't do that. Most of those things were based on biology, which we now know to have been false studies that were totally fabricated.
Right, see?
But most of that stuff was based on what people thought was biological differences.
Well, so what's the difference now?
So I'm just saying people rely more
biological differences that later will say, oh shit, like.
And I'm saying it very well could change, you know, just as it changed already right now. Just like the social roles, like for even black people, most of that stuff was based on biology as well.
They said it was too, exactly. Yeah. So that's why I try to discount biology.
Oh, exactly. Like I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying when it comes to like how we make our decisions, like it all comes down to biology.
Okay.
And any roles that a society is gonna get, they will not just randomly sit there and say we're gonna decide this. It always somehow gets linked to biology.
But you
and
know,
why is that
like
so
for example,
important? Yeah.
like when they did it to different like non-white races.
Exactly. It was all based on that.
It wasn't based on biology.
Oh,
it was based on a power
structure,
and then they used that as an excuse.
Yeah, but why do people always want to use biology as an excuse?
Still argue that bullshit.
They use it as an excuse because they know that it's so powerful, yeah. That biological argument is so powerful, man. It's so powerful. And because it's so powerful, why? Because when it's true, it holds a lot of weight, yo. When it's true, like things that are like proven to be biologically true, not just about gender differences, about anything, about how the human body works, yo. Like usually that stuff is like solid. That's like a solid argument that can't be beat. And most of the debate is there because people don't believe that.
They make that and people believe it for years and years, and then you can debate it.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I don't like take it for truth, yo. There's some stuff that I honestly believe, yo. Like when I was telling you that, like I honestly believe, like deep down in my heart, yo, that like when it comes to the way girls choose their mates and the way guys choose their mates, I honestly believe that has more to do with just how we were made, yo. Just our brains, how they function, yo. I think that it has way more to do with that, you know. And like I said, I could be wrong, yo.
No,
yeah. But I think it has way more to do with that.
You could be wrong, I could be wrong.
The reason I think that is because
I meet men who have similar mind processes as me. I meet women who have completely opposite. Like, I think, and like deep down in the core, I think everybody's just looking for love.
Because the reason I think that is because, like I told you, like I came from Zimbabwe, which is like in the third world, which is probably like a bad example because it's kind of our culture is still kind of influenced by like Britain, which is similar to
all,
the West.
I mean, we all are, yeah.
But I'm saying just coming from there and the way I saw girls act, yeah, and now coming here, like
and
everywhere I've been, it just seems to link in. It seems to be the same. And then I think to myself, but we have so much different cultures. But why is it like a girl from there is really not that much different from a girl from there? The same thing I complained back there that girls, they like to talk too much on the phone. And I come here, it's the same thing I find myself complaining about again.
But we are both, like you see, products
and
of
back there,
Britain.
back there, the same thing I heard girls complain about dudes that, oh, these guys, they like to cheat, man. They can never be loyal. They're pigs. I come here, it's the exact same stuff people complain about. So I'm like, is it really much of culture or is it just the way we are, yeah? That's what kind of convinces me, to lean towards
the hot water.
I hear you.
At least what I think to be mental differences.
Oh, yeah.
I hear
I see the steam from the couch.
That's a really like hard thing to grasp.
I blame Britain.
The same here. That's the only loophole there. Because I'm like, well, maybe it has a little to do with Britain.
Because they really control, and then
the
now the United States, which was founded by people from Britain.
Exactly.
So
that's why the best way to tell would be to look at a totally indigenous tribe or group of people who have never seen the West.
Right.
And then study them, and then go back and cross-reference with like the Western people, then you can truly see the truth.
People are upset. Let's stop.
Because I'm telling you, man.
People are not upset.
It's a good argument, man.